What's up, kindergarten and first grade leaders? We have had an amazing month, an amazing week, and I'm really excited to dive into this week's lesson with you guys.
This is a public service announcement.
After last week's amazing celebration of St. Patrick's Day and all the fun things that we got to do in our small groups and with our small groups, we were having to say no more food in city. There was a huge mess after 2 full services of kids coming in, eating, running around, and really grounding some stuff into the carpet that we are having to put a stop to food for right now. We want to show kids that we have to be good stewards of the things that we've been given, and that includes XKidz City. So until further notice, we're saying no more food. We're going to jump straight in. This week, you've got a lot of really cool activities. Some of them are a little bit messy. Some of them are up and fun and moving. But no matter what, you guys are going to have a blast with these, I think. So our first activity that you have this week is you are going to, as part of your early arriver activity, whenever you have kids come in, you are going to pull out some cups and a cotton ball, and basically you're going to hide the cotton ball under one of the cups, swish them around, and you're going to try and get your kids to guess where the cotton ball is. Your next activity is called God Looks at the Heart, and you're going to get this activity page right here. And what you can't see is that on the little abdomen of this little guy right here is a white crayon heart that's been drawn that will be revealed whenever they get to paint it with their watercolors. So your small group is also going to get a little watercolor palette that they are going to get to play with. You all have a little plastic bowl that you can put some water in, or you can even use your cups as long as they get emptied afterwards. But don't fill them too high because you don't want to have a spill. And they're going to get the opportunity to paint this whole thing. They can paint the background, they can paint his hair and his face and his shirt and his clothes. But the most important thing that you want to make sure they get to color is this little section right here, because that's where that heart is going to be. And that's going to be important for based off of our large group lesson and what you're going to talk about in your small group time. Your next activity is called verse bowls. And so you're going to get a stack of these little black plastic bowls right here, so generously donated by the cafe. And underneath each of these, you are going to put a piece of our memory verse. And that comes in a nice little clip together right here. All the pieces are right here for you. So you're going to take these, you're going to mix them up so that they are not in the correct order, and you're going to lay them down, put a bowl on top, and you're going to have your kids run back and forth to try and complete the memory verse in the correct order. So you're going to send a kid, they're going to check, and they're going to see if it's the next piece. And if it's the next piece, they're going to bring it back, add it to the stack or add it to the order. And if not, they get to put their bowl back down and then come back and grab back in line. So this is an activity that both gets them moving and going, and it gets them working their brains and using that memory verse that we have been working on all month long. That's a super important thing that we see for our kindergarten and first grade as they develop, that they need that time that they can run and they can move and they can go. So this is an activity that encompasses both their brains and their motor skills. Last but not least, you have the opportunity to pray with your kids before we get ready to dismiss out and send them home with parents. This is an opportunity that you have to tell God how thankful you are for the many ways that you think these kids are special, and the many ways that you get to be thankful for the ways that God has made you special. And one of the things that I tell you guys, and I think it's important that our kids know, because it starts here at this age level, that there is nothing too big and there is nothing too small that we can pray for. So that's an opportunity that you have to pour a little fun wisdom into them. And it's also a nice reminder for us as adults. So you have a lot of really great activities this week, a lot of really fun things coming up. The watercolors, I think, are going to be a big hit. So I really dive into those, encourage your kids to get creative and use that individuality that they have to make their painting their own. You guys have some really cool things going on this week. I'm really excited about Sunday. We have Kiki speaking this Sunday as our storyteller, so everyone make sure that you're on time and ready to go and prepared for your lessons, because the big boss is going to be here, so I hope that you're ready for that. Guys, we've had an amazing month talking about made individuality and walking through these different stories of the Bible. I hope that you guys have had a great time with this. I know that I've enjoyed watching you guys get to be a part of it and connect with your kids on an even deeper level. Guys, I love you, I'm praying for you, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday.